everyone, I'm River and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, cozy farming simulation games. I'll be sharing 4 of my absolute go-to games that bring all of the cozy vibes. Well, except for one. But we'll get to that later. Afterwards, I'm planning on telling you guys about some games that I'm looking forward to. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go through the first 4 first. The first game that I want to talk about is Palia, which is a free online MMO. And it has a lot of the standard farming simulation game mechanics, you know, farming, crafting, cooking, fishing. But it also has hunting and some more fantastical, mythical, fantasy-like vibes as well. The lore is quite intense. Basically, on the world of Palia, humans are extinct until you show up, along with thousands of other players, and so it sort of starts this mystery of why you've returned. The characters are incredibly fun to get to know. They're very rich in their personalities, and you also get to romance some people. I have romanced a lot of people in Palia, but one of my favorite characters was Hodari, who was not initially romanceable, but they made him romanceable, so that's cool. If you're into sci-fi fantasy with the cozy farming simulation vibes, I would give Palia a try, especially because it is free. The only thing that they ask for money for is the outfits that you can find in Palia, which are super beautiful. You get a cute outfit, they get to pay their employees. The second game I want to talk about is Stardew Valley. So it took me a while to get on the Stardew Valley train. At the time, I was really into Palia and I just couldn't switch gears. But Stardew Valley is such a good game, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. I probably played all day for like 2 weeks straight. I actually would get messages from people, my friends, saying, wow, you've been playing for like 60 plus hours. I'm like, yeah, I'm really into it. Stardew Valley has been out for a very, very long time. It's not a game that is new by any means. It's just a really fun farming simulation game. It's very cozy. There are some magical elements that are intriguing for me. You know, there's the wizard character, there's the ghosts in the mines, there's the witch. There's a lot of really fun things that you can do in Stardew Valley. I don't really need to tell you guys about it because it's everywhere. But it has been one of my favorite games, and with the fact that you can mod it, I was able to take my incredibly basic farm and make it exactly what I wanted, and it's beautiful. I am married to Sebastian. I have 2 kids. I have a horse that I turned into a unicorn, and yeah, it's just been such a good time. The third game I want to talk about is Fae Farm. So I've been super obsessed with this game, which is weird because I did try this game back in 2023 when I was getting into Palia. All these different farming simulation games were coming up and people were talking about Fae Farm this, Fae Farm that, and so I ended up biting the bullet and I paid for the game. Once I played Stardew Valley and I had the knowledge that you need to play that kind of a farming game, getting back into Fae Farm was like, I never stopped playing. And honestly, I think right now Fae Farm is probably one of the most fun games that I'm currently playing. It's got those cozy vibes, you know, the cooking, the crafting, the fishing, the farming, the animals. There's so many things about that game that I am just loving. Some of my favorite things to do in Fae Farm is explore, mostly because I just love bug hunting in it. Catching bugs has always been one of my favorite things to do in a game. It was my favorite thing to do in Palia, and so therefore it is definitely one of my favorite things to do in Fae Farm. There are moments in Fae Farm where it's either too hot or it's raining and your character visibly looks miserable. Like they look like they are having the worst time ever. And to combat this, your character needs to make tea to keep them warm, or a drink of some form that keeps them warm during the rain or keeps them cooled off during the heat. With Stardew Valley and with Palia, you have to physically change the tool that you're working with, whereas in Fae Farm, it's just an automatic thing. And I feel like more games need to do that. The other thing that I really love about Fae Farm is the fact that there are fairies. It's very magical. It has the magic vibes that I look for and adore in games. Some of the characters are so cute, but I have to make this connection. Does anybody else see this character as Astarion from Baldur's Gate? Because he gives me Astarion vibes. He gives me Astarion vibes, but with wings. For game number 4, this isn't quite a cozy game, but it does, in my opinion, qualify as a farming simulation. And the game I'm talking about is V-Rising. It's not cozy, but it is super fun, and there are some elements that I think qualify it as a farming simulation. For example, you can garden, and you can farm. But instead of farming with cows, you farm people. You farm for blood. In this game, you play a vampire. It's said that vampires used to rule, and humans fought them back. And the survivors hid in the dark until finally waking up to hunt again. And so you create your character, and then you go through a tutorial, and after the tutorial you can start crafting for your gear, your armor and your weapons. There is a lot of fighting in this game, which to me was something that I wasn't quite used to after playing games like Palia and, Fae Farm and that kind of thing. But the lure of this game for me was you're a vampire. Who doesn't want to play a vampire? I was going to compile a list of different games that I was looking forward to, but really there's only one that I've been waiting for a while, and it still doesn't technically have a release date, except that we know it might be coming out in 2026. And the game I'm talking about is Moonlight Peaks. Now, Moonlight Peaks is a farming simulation game, but you play as a vampire. Now, I know I just went over V-Rising and all of that, but this is a little different. Moonlight Peaks is a cute, cozy farming simulation game that is very similar to Stardew Valley and Fae Farm in the way that it looks and the way that it plays. However, there's a lot of different things to it. While you will be able to garden and cook, there is spell casting. You have a cute little familiar, which is a cat with like a third eye. There is romanceable characters. It looks very cute. Your character is very cute. The aesthetics are just like mwah, perfect. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to customize your character. You can obviously craft furniture, place furniture, redecorate. I have been following along with their Discord, so I'll link it down in the description. And so yeah, that concludes the 4 games that I've been obsessed with lately, and one that I am looking forward to in the future. If you are interested in more witchy, creative, tarot games, makeup, please subscribe. I would super appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. What if she was born in 2015, does that make her Gen Z? Or does that make her... Wait, what does that make her?
What does Gen Z mean?
It's a generation. It's a name for a generation. Whoa, Kaylin, what are you doing?
Trying to stop that.